Okay, folks, I've watched a lot of videos about the Dallas shooting, and this one clearly was the best. This one has the smoking gun out of all of them. Sure, there's a lot of videos that talk about all the inconsistencies, all the screw-ups by what was said to the police, the reporters, everybody else. But this is the smoking gun in itself. Now, I have a background in journalism. I was in radio news. I was in small time newspaper print type of journalism. And so you understand deadlines and getting stories in. And this guy, Wiliam Mount, out of all the videos out there, his one part about the Wall Street Journal coming out early with the story is the smoking gun out of all of them. I've told you for years that media heads meet on Saturdays, they tell a conference, they decide what's going to be in the news that week or not so they can get the scripts out to all the stations. And this one right here, I'm going to show you the clip out of Wiliam Mount's video where he talks about the Wall Street Journal coming out practically hours before, psychically telling us about the Dallas shooting. How did they know? How did they know there was going to be a shooting in Dallas when their paper went to print the night before? Hear him say it.
Now, here's the kicker, folks. Are you ready? This is the smartest, most intelligent audience. This audience that is now watching this knows exactly what's going on, and I appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to turn to the Wall Street Journal. Now, understand, the Wall Street Journal is delivered to my house. I go to rewardsurvey.com. I get it for free. You can get it for free. 80% of the Wall Street Journal subscribers get it for free. This is not something you pay for. So it's delivered to my house at midnight. That means I had a paper route. For 3 years, I understand this. That means it was distributed about 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It takes probably 4 hours to distribute all the newspapers. Now, it also takes several hours to print it, so it was probably printed at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Okay, now, if it was printed at 7 o'clock at night, this is the Wall Street Journal. How did it have that story about the police shootings? Unless this was pre-done. So what we're saying is these photos were shot hours before the actual shooting. Now it appears that these were shot at night, so this had to have been done on a different night. So here we have an actual story being printed at least 2 hours before the shooting. Yeah, are you smelling a rat? That's why you're the smartest audience, the most intelligent, and the most active. Sorry we put out 2 videos this morning. The CIA just couldn't pass this up. And we don't even know if this picture is in Dallas. We're looking at their uniforms. We think it's in Dallas, but it's blurred out enough. He said, Dallas police responded after shots were fired at a Black Lives Matter rally Thursday night. Again, we believe that the CIA office in New York City ran this shooting as well, just like the Orlando shooting. Time will tell. Now expect all kinds of gun control laws passed by executive order by President Obama. Pray that Congress turns to God and denies all of them, because once they eliminate the guns, those in Congress will be open to being shot, and they can't hide in their little underground shelters because they're filled with cyanide. Here's another one. Dallas shooter identified on Twitter. Yeah, you'll find out who the Twitter person was. Just track it right back to Langley, somebody in D.C. The Washington Post, people just milling around. Shooting going on and people just standing around. Obama's already got his video pre-recorded. Those are not United States flags that he's flying. This Boy, he's got a lot more white hair than he did last week. This must be Obama number 6. Those are not American flags he's standing behind. Those are European flags. So what's going on in America? Well, apparently we have another CIA shooting. I mean, if that isn't blatant enough for you, then nothing will work. This thing was printed at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. I mean, it takes time to print tens of thousands of these locally. And they come out of, I believe, Seattle. So that's at least an hour drive to get here. That's at least 2 hours in distribution, and I get it at midnight. So that would make it 9 o'clock our time. Back up a couple hours for printing it, so that means they had to have printed this at least an hour before it occurred. Unfrickin' believable.
Okay, so the paper's just using stock footage. They've pulled out an old photo of police doing some kind of drill, because obviously this wasn't a real picture from the crime scene in Dallas. The Washington Post had the same picture. They all probably have it. Television stations probably already have it. And they're just using an old stock photo because they don't have time to get a real photo of the event, because they had to print it before the event actually took place. So obviously it's just a stock photo. Something they had in a file sitting around. Folks, all this stuff is pre-planned well in advance. Well in advance. Remember 9/11 when the British reporter was doing a stand-up for a channel, a news station in Europe, and they announced that Building 10 had fallen and it hadn't even fallen yet? Alright, so all this is staged. It's pre-planned. It's pre-scripted. They get together on Saturday mornings. They all have a teleconference, all the media heads, and they talk about what's going to be in the news that week, how they're going to present it to the public, so they can all prepare and get the same scripts out. You'll notice TV stations around the country always reporting things off the same scripts. Newspapers doing the same things, because all of this is pre-planned. It's pre-planned, not just like false flags that happened in Dallas, but everything, the media itself is pre-planned. If they're going to highlight Trump for the week, if they're going to highlight Bernie Sanders, what they're going to say about Hillary Clinton, everything is pre-planned in advance. Nothing just randomly happens. Everything is controlled, and they think we're just sheeple who are going to go along with it and hang on and believe every word they say. Folks, you don't get truth from the media. If you want truth, you've got to get online. You got to get to the alternative truth websites, the alternative truth YouTube channels, to find out what's really going on. Anyway, folks, I just thought I'd point this out. Right up my alley, with the level of intelligence I already have of how DC operates. And a lot of people out there onto it as well, folks. Till next time, yeah bless.